College football is back. We got a small taste of it last week, but now we have a full slate of games, including a matchup between Nebraska and Cincinnati being played at Arrowhead Stadium on Thursday. I'm Sean Alvarez with Wager Talk, and I'm going to look into this week's Week 1 matchup between the Cornhuskers and the Bearcats. But before we get into that, make sure you're subscribed to the Wager Talk YouTube channel and hit that bell so you don't miss any of our free video breakdowns as we head into football season with daily actionable info to assist your wagers. Week 1 will start off with two head coaches entering their third year at their respective schools while looking for a jump in wins after a couple disappointing seasons. Nebraska did not have a 12-13 record in mind when they brought Matt Rule in, and he's shaken up his coaching staff after bringing Dan Holgorsen in to run his offense mid-season last year. Holgorsen immediately shortened up the passing game while limiting downfield plays and getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly. This helped freshman quarterback Dylan Raiola while increasing his completion percentage from 61 to 72%, but he found himself consistently under 200 yards passing each game while winning only 2 games late in the season. Nebraska returns Emmett Johnson at running back, but they lost their leading rusher due to the transfer portal, leaving Johnson to be backed up by 2 freshman running backs this season. Nebraska could have issues establishing the running game while lacking a downfield threat and will be running behind an offensive line that struggled last season. The Bearcats returned Brendan Sorsby at quarterback, who's a threat with both his arm and his legs while averaging 37 yards per game on the ground and rushing for 9 touchdowns last season. Sorsby has talent, as he showed with his 12 touchdowns and 1 interception within his first 5 games last season, and he has a nice outlet in his tight end, Joe Royer. The 6'5 senior transfer from Ohio State got playing time for the first time last season after transferring to Cincinnati while compiling 521 yards on 50 catches, and I expect him to be a larger focus point of this Bearcats offense this season. Tawee Walker is a nice addition to the Bearcats offense that is coming over from the transfer portal after rushing for 864 yards last season with Wisconsin and will run behind an offensive line that's returning 3 starters from last year. Cincinnati returns 8 starters on the defensive side of the ball and will be anchored by a big nose tackle that will cause issues for Nebraska while they try to establish the running game. The defensive line will be assisted by 2 solid outside linebackers that can get to the quarterback off the edge, and they also added a shutdown corner by way of the transfer portal to shore up their defensive backs. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered within both teams going into week 1, with transfers jumping into starting roles and key spots being filled with young and inexperienced players. Cincinnati has the better defense in this matchup and returns 8 starters while filling gaps with established players by way of the transfer portal. So I'm going to take the points here with Cincinnati and look for them to cover the 6.5 points depending on where your outs are. But before you make any wagers, make sure you're always getting the best of the line that's available to you. While I'm recording this video, Circa and South Point are holding strong at plus 6.5, but Caesars and Westgate has moved to plus 7. You can see all of those lines and the movements at the odds logic service that tailors the screen to different outs that you have available to you. So head over to oddslogic.com, sign up for a free trial, and ensure that you're getting the best possible odds that you can make before putting down your wager. What do you guys think of the Bearcats covering the points here? Are you taking Cincinnati or are you laying the points with Nebraska? What's your best bet on the Thursday night slate? Let me know in the comments below what you're playing and what you're leaning on. And make sure you're heading over to wagertalk.com for more football plays, as well as baseball, horse racing, golf, soccer, UFC, basketball, and more. No matter what sport you like, Wager Talk has handicappers to assist you cashing your wagers. And don't forget to check back on the YouTube Wager Talk channel for more detailed analysis on upcoming games. And no matter what wagers you choose to play, as always, best of luck and let's cash.